It's the mayor's third visit to the Rock, and discussions today continued with a focus on the frontier, an issue which is crucial for both communities. The La Linea mayor said he believed solutions were possible as long as there was goodwill, but most importantly, the wishes of the people were given top priority. He added he was determined to look after the interests of the people of La Linea and those of the 10,000 cross-frontier workers. Admitting he had no competence over turn of events at the frontier, he said he was following developments closely after Article 50 was triggered. Gibraltar will remain in Europe beyond an external frontier, and the risk profile will be different. But speaking to GBC, the Chief Minister said that despite some rhetoric from Spain, the rights of Gibraltarians would not change overnight.
Let's be very clear that the United Kingdom remains a full part of the European Union, and with the United Kingdom, Gibraltar, until such time as the member states agree that we are no longer a part of the European Union or we unilaterally withdraw. The trigger of Article 50 changes nothing legally.
How do you see the challenges? Another thing that you said at the press conference was discussed of the new Schengen border code coming into effect.
Much of the relevant aspect of how the frontier will be managed is not going to be in the text. The text has always been important to us, but it's really about the day-to-day management, whether that is done with goodwill, whether it's done with a desire to ensure people can come across that frontier, or whether it's done with a desire to try and cause a problem, to demonstrate to Gibraltar that we can be subject to pressure at that frontier. Well, look, if nobody wants to put pressure on us because they now understand that pressure doesn't change our attitude to the sovereignty issue, then the goodwill that we hope to see in the context of the operation of the new Schengen border code, although we won't hold our breath, will mean that there can continue to be the fluidity that we've had until now.
Another issue discussed was the long-mooted idea of a special economic status for the Campo. Fabian Picardo said he welcomed this, but suggested the proposal was now being resurrected as an alternative to economic spin-off from the Rock.
Look, I think that is something that is being presented, unfortunately, in the context of Brexit, as if it were something that the whole of the area, except Gibraltar, will be able to rely on if Gibraltar is no longer the economic engine that it has been until now, because they somehow managed to try and put more pressure on it.
They were offered by the Spanish government as an alternative to 10,000 jobs in Gibraltar.
And when I say, look, this is a very welcome thing, because actually it's part of what we have wanted to see the Campo develop, so that the fiscal products available in Gibraltar are matched up by products in the region so that we can work together to sell the region, because we're running out of space in Gibraltar. There are things that we would want companies in Gibraltar to be able to do in the area around Gibraltar, something that we are not afraid of, something we are not shy to welcome, but it's something that should be done in the context of discussion and cooperation with Gibraltar, because we know the international market and we think that we can give good advice as to what it is that would complement the Gibraltar product and would work well in the context of Gibraltar, La Linea and the whole Campo de Gibraltar, carving a niche internationally post-Brexit. Of course,
other questions at today's press conference were on the difference in tack between Foreign Minister Alfonso Dastis and his predecessor, although the politicians concurred that their objective was the same. On how much influence Gibraltar and La Linea could have on any end Brexit result, Fabian Picardo said he was confident the UK was considering Gibraltar's input. And he told the reporters a citizen from La Linea was not any less a Spanish citizen than one who lives in Madrid. Mr. Picardo did not discard the next meeting taking place in La Linea.